Morning everyone, welcome to my channel. It is another tag month and Recipes with Roy has done the questions for this month. Roy decided to do AI generated questions, so this should be interesting. So without further ado, let us start with question number 1. If you could only listen to one song for the rest of your life, which song would you choose and why? Oh my gosh. This is a difficult one. And I know the song that I want to say, but I don't know what it's called. Hang on, I should go to my Spotify, and it is, I need to go to my male artists, oh no, it's not there, so is it in duets? Actually, it is a duet. It's Anywhere Away From Here. It's with Rag and Bone Man and Pink. I just love that song. And Anywhere Away From Here is my favourite because it's how I have felt at different points in my life, and not wanting to be out there sometimes is really, really difficult. Especially where I am in my life now. Before, I used to hide. I'm very much an introvert, and I'd hide. I would isolate. So that is one of the songs that I really enjoy. Another one would be Biblical by Callum Scott. Just because of, for me, it's the lyrics. So if you go listen to either of those two songs, listen to the lyrics. They pretty much sum up how I feel. So yeah, so that's question number 1. Question number 2, what is something you recently learned or discovered that surprised you? Recently learned or discovered. Oh my gosh, Roy, these are some really deep questions. Well, something I recently learned was that I'm okay as I am, that there's nothing wrong with being myself, and I don't need to hide behind masks, I don't need to hide behind labels, and allowing who I am on the inside to come out was really, really difficult. But it's taken me 8 years and here I am. What you see, what you hear, how I interact, that is me. That is me fully. And I like that. I like the fact that I don't need to be scared of being myself. I don't need to be scared of voicing an opinion or laughing and having fun and having a social life. Yeah. I'm totally different to what I used to be, is the best way I can put it. I'm happy. I think my children could probably give you a better understanding of where I was and where I am now. So yeah, I think that answers question number 2. Question number 3, if you could have any non-human ability. Any non-human ability would be to sense, to be able to feel telepathically, I think. Yeah, I'd like the gift of telepathy, and it's an inbuilt thing that I think animals have because they can sense danger, and the communication without words is, I think, that is a big thing. The language of light, that's what I would like. Question number 4. Do you have any unique or interesting talents? Any unique or interesting talents? Unique. I have always been able to sense pregnancies. I've been able to sense the sex of the babies. I guess this story might be, yeah, I will share it. My sister-in-law, her daughter was pregnant, and she had gone to have a scan, and they told her that she'd lost the baby and told her to go home and to book in for is a D&C, I think they used to call it. And for reasons unknown to me, I usually head home straight from work. This was, oh my gosh, this would be a good 37 years ago. But I didn't. I, for some reason, was drawn to go to my husband's nephew's because he and his partner lived just around the road. When I got there, my sister-in-law answered the door, and she said, I could hear crying, and my sister-in-law turned around and she says, "You're not going to listen to me. Talk to Suzanne about it." And I walked in there. My sister-in-law said that, you know, what the stenographer, is it a stenographer, had said. And I looked at her and I said no. And I got on the phone to my gynecologist, who, you know, I had 2 of the top gynecologists in the country. I rang and I spoke to him, and he said, "What is your gut feeling?" And I said, "She's still pregnant." I said, "I don't think she's lost this baby." So he said, "Right, get her to come and see me at 8:30 in the next morning." So she went there and saw him. She stayed in town. She went there and saw him, and then she come back, and she didn't make an appointment to go back to a doctor, and she said that he had said to come and see him in 3 days, then to go and see him in a week, and every time she went, the blood, is it HCG or something that's in your blood to do with pregnancy, that kept going up. And then I think got to the 3-week mark, and they did a internal scan, and you could see this little tail moving. And yeah, she went on to have a healthy baby boy, although he was only 4 pounds when he was born, but he was born. Yeah, I still get goosebumps when I think about how close, you know, we came to losing a very much wanted baby. So yeah, that is yeah, I guess it's a unique kind of talent, or interesting. I wouldn't call it a talent though, but it's unique. So question number 5. What is the one thing you've always wanted to learn or try but haven't had the chance yet? Acting. I've always wanted to act in something. I've always loved to sing and dance, but I'd actually quite like to give acting a go. Yeah, an introvert wanting to do acting. I know it sounds crazy, doesn't it? But I think because I love storytelling and I love writing, I could actually, I think, get engrossed in the role, and I wouldn't feel self-conscious because I'd be acting a part. So yeah, that's something that I'd really like to do. What is one random fact about yourself that most people don't know? A random fact about myself that most people don't know. A random fact that I write, that I've started writing a book. I started writing that book a few years ago. I want to finish it. It's just finding the time to sit down and just I have to make time, put it that way. So yeah, that's a fact. I used to write stories from when I was little. I had books full of stories. Some were, there were a couple of very dark ones, but that was, I guess, where I was learning to bring up the dark stuff, put it on paper, and then I'd throw the notebook into the fire and it would burn, and what I had written down had virtually come out, and then I sent it up to the universe to be released. So that's, I guess, when I really started to write and express myself as myself. Now I do it in the real, not just on paper. Question number 7. If you had to describe your personality as a type of food, what would it be and why? Well, it's funny, the first thing that came into my head was strawberries and watermelon, because they're both pink. I love the freshness of them. Yeah, and they're full of seeds. Seeds of ideas, seeds of life, seeds of beginnings, and they're just wrapped in this beautiful, fresh, juicy environment. So yeah, I guess that sounds quite strange, but yeah, that's, I guess, yeah, that pretty much describes my personality. I see so much more, and I believe in seeds being planted, whether it's an idea, a sentiment, a thought, a feeling. That's definitely me. Question number 8. Oh, what is your favourite way to spend a lazy day? My favourite way is to just close the curtains. At the moment, I am following someone on YouTube, and I'm just binge watching her channel because she is a young English lass, and I just feel at home every time I listen to her, and she's just a breath of fresh air, and it gives me a sense of home. So yeah, that's how I spend a lazy day at the moment. Another way is just listening to an audible book. So that's question number 8. Question number 9. If you could choose any fictional place to visit for a day, where would you go and what would you do? A fictional place. Oh my gosh. The fictional place that I would like to go, and Pandora. I'd love to go to Pandora with the tree, the spirits, to be able to just be free and connected to nature. I couldn't think of anything more breathtakingly beautiful than to do that. And knowing that someone has ideas and visions and can create a place like that, it's somewhere where I would like to visit and spend the day and just get in contact with nature and those little spirit things. That would be so interesting to me. So question number 10, what is something that people often misunderstand or misjudge you about? Misunderstand or misjudge you about? That I'm a pushover. I think some people think that I will just drop everything and run. They thinking, oh, that doesn't sound right either. Something people often misunderstand or misjudge about me is that they think that I'm stronger than I actually am. I carry a lot. I do a lot. But there are times when it would be lovely if there was someone that I could count on. That I've not had that in my life, so not to the degree that I guess some others do, and I know I'm not alone, but it would be nice to know that there is someone out there that could read me, that understood me and knew exactly when I just needed a hug or when I just needed, to be taken away from something for a while, made to feel special. Or is getting soppy, so I think I will end that here. But yeah, thank you, Roy. They were some pretty deep questions, but I really enjoyed that. What a great idea, getting AI to think of the questions, and they were very thought-provoking. So thank you very much for doing the questions this week. And Sandy, thank you for letting Roy do them. It was a breath of fresh air. So if you're not subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share if there's anything in my content that you think may help someone else out there. And I will catch you in my next video. And Roy, thank you. It was fun. Bye.